What do you think? 6:16, what comes up now?
Oh, I'm thinking it's the weather, and we really got to talk about it because it's really icky, sticky.
Yeah.
I was going to sing the rest. It's a kid's song that gets in my head. Bubble gum, bubble. Anyway, it's really yucky outside.
I would actually like to give time
Yeah, okay.
for that.
There's more important
I
stuff.
yield
there,
my
right?
time to Miss
actually is.
Queso to
Yeah,
sing the
okay,
bubble song.
guys.
The bubble song, excellent. Well, the bubbles may be percolating up out of the drains
Good.
around
Ooh.
Northeast Ohio. Thank you, I tried. Over the next few hours, that rain continues to come down. Note that the temperatures stay relatively steady, though. So this is not anything that's going to be a stark temperature drop for us. But we do have a flood advisory to talk about. This is brand new information for you. Lorain, Cuyahoga, Medina, and Summit counties. Also extreme western portions of Lake County out around the East Lake area. This is where we have already had 1/2 inch to 1 inch of rain that has fallen, and there is widespread standing water. That will continue. At least the flood advisory continues till 9:15. We are anticipating the rain to back off a little bit, but it's going to take its sweet old time in doing so. Note here we have some lightning and thunder that's still happening down around the Minerva area. That continues to move out toward the Ohio River and areas out farther to the east. Boy, those folks in East Palestine getting hit with some very heavy rain right now. We also have very heavy rain farther south into portions of Holmes, Coshocton, Tuscarawas counties, and these heavy downpours will continue to move to the north and the east. And as it does so, you can expect that we are going to be getting these very, very heavy downpours, and then it'll back off, and then you could get another one. But note that the back edge of this is now starting to move into our western counties, so that is definitely some good news. But I mentioned rain rates because, as you know, you can overwhelm a drainage system very quickly. And when you overwhelm that drainage system, you get water that backs up, and that impacts the roads. Maybe you already have ditches or streams that are backing up into your property right now. And our heaviest rain rates are where we get into these yellows and the pinks. And that is all happening down around the Minerva area, also far eastern portions of Portage County out around Deerfield. You move farther to the north into Cuyahoga County, we have very heavy rain that's falling right now around Brecksville, Broadview Heights into Richfield and Peninsula, maybe even as far east as Macedonia. That's going to continue out toward the Oakwood Village area and then into portions of Wayne and Holmes counties. Again, the heaviest rain is not, really widespread. We have very concentrated rainfall, but where that concentrated rainfall is coming down, it is going to cause some problems. Look at the wind field. We're expecting a very windy night tonight, probably a very brisk day tomorrow, but note the turn that is taking place here. That's a key to our forecast. This has actually helped us out as far as getting out of the severe weather threat from all of this. You can see these very high-speed winds that are punching into central portions of Ohio. That is helping to transport the energy eastward. So we're kind of going to miss the window for when we get into the big thunderstorms that they have already experienced in southwest Ohio. You can kind of see how the leading edge of that high-speed wind is pushing all of these showers out toward the Pittsburgh area. Meanwhile, there's just light showers out to the west that we still have to meander through tonight. But we're not seeing a big switch as far as the temperatures go. So our temperatures, as you saw there in your forecast, kind of hold steady. Here's your National Designer hour-by-hour outlook, and you can see the rain moves out by 9 p.m. So this is when that flood advisory is expected to subside. Temperatures are going to be holding relatively steady tonight in the 40s initially. Then by tomorrow morning, we drop it back into the mid-30s with a cloudy start, maybe a few spits and sprinkles around the area. Can't rule that out. But once we get into the afternoon, I think we get to see some sunshine. That is certainly going to be very welcome, but the temperatures will be a little bit cooler tomorrow than where we have been over the last couple of days, but that cool air does not last long. Here's your Union Home Mortgage forecast. We're going to say 44, early clouds giving way to sun tomorrow, but look at the 60s back on Wednesday. When you see these spikes in temperatures, you know that's another storm system, another frontal boundary coming through, and you can see that drop back in temperatures for Thursday. We even have a chance for some snow in the forecast on Friday. Sorry.